How you guys doing today? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the third episode of my new web show called The Beeline. Normally, you guys are used to hearing me, be loud, energetic, a little bit impulsive, but I'm trying something different. I'm trying to see if change is better. I'm trying to see what you guys think about a different outlook about the introduction of the show. As you can see behind me is I.T.Tiff. That is I.T.Tiff. And she's sitting in a chair, and she's there. All right.
That's the episode of us.
Now that that's out the way, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of the new hit web show online, The Beeline, straight to the point, unfiltered. Oh yes, we still got it. Trust me, your boy ain't switching up. And we're gonna talk about the introduction in a second. But let's go next door that I got sitting here, the pretty, the beautiful, and the very intelligent. Let's welcome I.T.Tiff back to the store. I.T.Tiffy back to the studio. And she's glad to be here, I think. Are you glad to be here, Tiff?
No.
I'm kind of jealous. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Let me just say stuff. I'm kind of jealous because, she got us these awesome shirts. She got me an awesome shirt for Father's Day. And, she's kind of, representing it right now. And I don't got mine on. Unfortunately, I really didn't even, think to go grab it. But, babe, if you want to shout the guy out who makes those, I mean, they're beautiful shirts, man. I got a couple compliments on, I posted up the pictures and showed a couple people the ones we were wearing together. Mine says Papa Bear. I'm definitely not the Mama Bear. That's the Mama Bear right there. And they're really nice. But go ahead, you can talk about it a little bit.
So I actually found this through an ad on Instagram, and you can get your very own Mama Bear t-shirt from www.blackfathersexist.com. They make some other shirts. They have some shirts for your little ones, but they make really awesome shirts, and I really, really recommend going and checking them out. And it's a black-owned business, which I know a lot of people right now care about.
Yep.
It's a small business owner, so you're doing your part in really elevating your, community. So www.blackfathersexist.com, and you can have your very own shirt like this.
That's really good, man. That's really good. Yo, the support right now is like, it's definitely necessary, man. I mean, people are, the news have kind of slowed down on the coverage and everything, but, people are still protesting. People are still standing up, man. And this is a great time to, pay attention to that kind of thing. Supporting black businesses, sticking with our people, man. I mean, I'm definitely not one in separation or segregation or anything like that. Like, I want everybody to be equal, bro. I want everybody to be equal. I think a lot of people that are like, in this movement right now, people want stuff to be equal. Everybody just wants to be treated fairly. At the end of the day, that's really what it is, equality. It's not just support black businesses. It's support everybody out there trying to do business, man. Support everybody that's trying to do something with themselves in a positive aspect. Not just like, your own thing, but it's just like, you can't ignore actual facts. You can't ignore actual things that are going on in the world. And unfortunately, what I'm saying, minorities, what they call us minorities, we are not being treated as fairly as, we should be. As point blank. So, it is very important to support, our businesses. It is very important to go see our movies when they're out in the theaters. It is very important to keep our progression moving with support, with love, with, help, you know what I mean? With creativity, like do your own thing, A lot of more, I think a big thing with everything going on now more than ever is a lot of people need to wake up, man. A lot of people need to wake up and stop, making excuses. I think that's one of the reasons why I sit there and I get on such a defensive level sometimes when I'm having these conversations. Like, it's not the fact that it's no support, it's not this, not that. It's just there's a lot of people making a lot of excuses for why they can't do things or get things done. Yo, the first step of getting shit done is doing it. Sorry. Sorry. You can do whatever you want to do. You can talk about it for years. You can tell everybody in the fucking planet, this is what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Yo, listen. Until you start making them actions, behind them words, you just talking. You got to start doing shit, even if it's small little moves, man.
Every little bit adds up to the end total.
Yeah.
Every little bit adds up to the destination.
Hey, yo, listen to Tiffy's mic, yo. Hey, yo, listen to Tiffy's mic. Go ahead, Tiffy, talk, Tiffy.
Okay.
Talk.
I'm
Yo, talk in that microphone.
Okay.
Ooh, listen to that. Yo, as you can see, man, we're on episode 3, and things are already starting to get into a future progression, man. We over here making moves.
Slowly figuring things out,
Yes,
improving
yes,
every episode.
yes.
So if
Adding-
you don't watch them all, you won't know where we started from and how we progressed.
There you go. But one thing I did want to start the thing off, as you can see from my introduction. I've been listening to you guys, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a new. A lot of people ask me a question. Here's a question that I get a lot. Is this a
Why
podcast?
are you so loud?
Oh well, yeah. Well, I've been getting that my whole life. That's never going away. But a lot of things that people are asking is this a podcast? And if I had to be, rational, I guess, yeah. You know what I mean? This is the podcast. This is a something that I do have that people can listen to. Like the many others that are out there. I'm choosing to call it more than a podcast because it's actually a show, man. Like, it's not a freaking TV show with segments and this and that or whatever, but it's something to sit down and watch. It's something that you looking at somebody and you having more of an interaction than just the audio. I'm goofy, I'm kind of wild, I'm loud, like Tiff just said. It's just like it's certain things. Like, I was trying to steer clear of calling it a podcast, but at the end of the day, a spade is a spade. This is a podcast, man, the Beeline podcast, but it's my web show, so I don't give a fuck.
It's a podcast, web
I'm just playing.
show,
But yeah, pretty much.
opinion piece,
Yeah,
it's everything.
exactly. Like it's
Vlog, whatever
works for
wanna
you,
call
bro.
it.
Like to me, this is my platform. This is my web show. You know what I mean? If it makes you feel better by calling it a podcast, it's a podcast. Whatever you feel is necessary that you can relate to it the best. My thing is watching. That's what I'm loving. I'm loving the feedback from people watching. You know what I mean? I'm on episode 3 now. This is the official episode, and it feels great to look at my numbers. And they still they're pretty low, but I look at that low number with success. Nobody knows me. I'm not a celebrity. There's no reason to pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm a regular working dude, just like a lot of people that's probably checking me out. A lot of family and friends support, and it feels amazing, man. Some people might look and say, "Oh, you got 35 views," and be like, "Oh, you ain't really doing nothing." At the end of the day, I'm like, 35 views? Damn, who the hell wants to hear me talk? I don't want to hear me talk half the damn time. But it feels good for the support, and I hope that I'm still, putting out content that people are interested in talking about, the QOD. I love the QOD. I'm getting a couple more responses to those questions. I'm doing it every day, man. I got people thinking about, things every day, whatever. You driving in your car and, using your phone and you're not supposed to, and then all of a sudden you see that little light bulb, boop, and the QOD time. And then you sitting there, you looking at the question, it's blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, shit. I didn't think of that this morning when I woke up. I didn't think of that. So I'm really liking the feedback from that, yo. But one of the reasons why I started the show the way I did was also to kind of help people understand a little bit, yo. There are some things that I do understand. This is one of the things I addressed in the introduction video, There's going to be things that people don't agree with. There's going to be things that people don't like about the show. That's just a natural thing, man. Everything is not for everybody. And that's fine, you know what I'm saying? And criticism is definitely respected. Constructive criticism. You got jerk offs out there like, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? You wasting your time, man. Do this or whatever, man. But at the end of the day, it's like you got the criticism where it's like some of the things I've heard so far was your podcast is too long, and it's people losing interest fast, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it is too long. First episode. I think our first episode was like a minute and 45, like a hour and 45 minutes. That's pretty long. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty long. But you want to know something? I enjoyed it. I spoke about everything I wanted to speak about. This was my introduction episode. I talked for as long as I wanted to talk, and when I was done talking, I clicked the button. I did my outro, and then that was the show. You know what I'm saying? People got got from it what they wanted to get from it, what they needed to get from it. And those who watched the whole thing, yo, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Those who watched 5 minutes of it, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Yo, listen, everything is not made just for individual benefit. Like, I'm not making this for that one person that's saying my podcast is too long. What am I gonna do? Oh, they said my podcast is too long. Let me change it. You know what I'm saying? Then what about the next person? Yo, you shouldn't wear hats. Oh, shit. This nigga said I shouldn't wear hats. Let me change it. Yo, Brian B, baby. Yo, I love the podcast, man. But yo, man, you really need to do something about the microphone, man. It don't sound good, man. All right, thank you. Thank you for your info. We know it don't sound good, bro. We starting off. But we got it changed. You see, it's certain things that, we're going to progress in, man. And there's also certain things that we're going to just do because that's what we doing here. When you watch a TV show on TV, or you watching it and you seeing the characters, you calling up the TV. Well, I guess some people probably are. You calling up the station like, hey, I'm like that new character you just introduced. You shouldn't have that character on the show. Yo, listen, that's their route, bro. That's what they doing with their show. You got the option to watch something else or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, this is my platform, man. I came out indirectly, and I came out directly, and stated like, this is a dream that I've had, and this is my show that I'm going to run with. And I appreciate everybody. I even appreciate the feedback. Trust me, I've been on the internet for a long time now. I'm saying, like, damn well, there's a lot of, you're a jerk, you're an asshole, you're this, you're that, whatever. Sometimes people just live for that shit, you know what I mean? But, I'm saying all that just to say, like, I appreciate criticism, man. I appreciate criticism at the end of the day. Sometimes, criticism will take you, away from a path that you were on, and give you a little bit more insight. Even if you don't agree with it, you might be like, oh, well, at least some part of what they're saying is kind of true. Maybe I should consider, like, something different. And it can help out. Like, all criticism isn't bad. But you never want to just take criticism and just ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have faith in yourself a little bit. You got to try your own. If it fails, it fails. But at least it failed with you knowing that you failed, not you failed doing what somebody else told you to do. That's just my outlook on it.
But some of the criticism we will be looking into, or not even necessarily just criticism, but some of the advice, some of the feedback, we're definitely going to implement because they're very good suggestions.
Yes.
They're very good, feedback.
Yeah.
And we'd never want you guys to just stop. We definitely want to hear what you have to say.
Definitely, I love
Whether
it.
it's, I hate I.T.Tiff being on the show.
Nobody said that. Not yet.
We'll
Not that
listen to
serious
whatever
so
you have
far.
to say, but as far as what happens from there, just realize we're new, we're evolving, and some things will change, some things will get better, and some things will stay the same.
Maybe. You thought I was going somewhere with that. I really wasn't. I just wanted to say some shit. But yo, check it out. If you ain't know, I didn't do my introduction yet. This is Brian B, baby, and Tiffy T. And we coming to you live in charge, ready to go barged. I don't even know, but I'm going to say it anyway, kinda slow. It's the beeline, baby.
I thought thought you did do the.
I probably did. I'm doing it again. Yeah, I love this shit. Yo, so check it out, man. On today's show, we got a couple of things we want to talk about. Criticism was definitely number one. Like, like Tiff said, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody, man. I don't want to keep being, repetitive in the beginning of the show here. Apparently it's like all people watching, they're like, man, fuck the rest of this shit. But it's all right. We loving it. We loving it. But check it out. It is definitely good to pay attention to your flaws. It's definitely good to pay attention to your to your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Self-reflection is an amazing thing, yo. When it's coming from other people, when it's coming from yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's true honesty. You got to be real with yourself to like implement change, yo. There's a lot of new things that I'm doing with my life right now that, honestly, a lot of it I never thought I'd be doing. I never thought I'd even get the opportunity to do it. When you're younger and you got a lot going on, one big thing that you're always thinking about is like, your dreams and stuff that you want to do. But, you're focused on, moving around, getting girls, going to the club, doing whatever, playing outside, whatever the case may be when you're younger. But then you start getting older and you start getting focused on like, oh, I got to make moves. I'm older now. I got to get a car. I got to, do this. I got to get a job. I got to do that. I got to move out. I got to whatever. A lot of time progresses where you start focusing on things that is just regular, man. And you get lost. You get lost after a while. Like, damn, I got to do all of this stuff. You know the regular pattern. You know the regular routine, whether it's going to work every day, whether it's taking care of your kids, whatever the case may be. Then at some point you reach a point when you're like, uh-oh, it's starting to get late. You know what I'm saying? The sun's going down a little bit more. And you might be 30, you might be 32, 35, whatever. And you start looking, you're like, wait a second. Stuff's starting to, take a while. Stuff's starting to take a while. Like, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do the thing that I wanted to do since I was, 13, 14, whatever. You watched that one TV show and it inspired you to be a damn, what's somebody good? Not a doctor. Everybody wants to be a damn doctor, man. What's something that somebody wants to be? Maybe it's...
Hey, that's the reason why I wanted to be a doctor at first.
A TV
I watched
show?
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Woo!
That was
Take
my
it back.
favorite show.
Man, that's old.
Watched it every day. I was
Wow.
like, I want to be just like her.
Baby,
She's the best ever.
I don't know, man. You might have been watching that by yourself. Well, somebody was
That was
watching
a
it.
good
That was
show,
actually
I
on
don't
for a
care.
while. Yo, listen, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I'm pretty sure wasn't that on before? Oh, my man, Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, I used
What?
to watch that too, but
Oh,
nobody.
man.
I mean, I don't know if nobody does, but nobody watched that and was like, you know what? I want to be a Texas Ranger.
Nah. Well, shit.
Maybe.
Maybe. There's people out there trying to be ninjas and shit. I mean, probably was a Texas
Yeah,
Ranger out
that's
there
true.
in the mix. But anyway, man, one more time, I'm not gonna be repetitive. I'm actually gonna get off this topic real fast. Yo, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. You guys have been amazing, man. Please keep, giving your energy to the QOD, man. I appreciate the likes. There's a lot of feedback, a lot of responses to the stories. Like I try to post as much as I can. I post it on every single social media platform I have. I do have Twitter now. I'm going to find that before I end the show today, and I'm definitely going to put that out there so you guys can find me. Yeah, I got Twitter now. I got Twitter. Usually I'll post everything and it'll go on to like all the platforms. But I mean, I would love to hear more of you guys' responses. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to a couple of the ones that we had earlier. Today was a good week.
We'll be sharing them during our episodes too. I mean,
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like we won't get to them or we don't spend a lot of time on it. But in the beginning stages, we didn't have a whole lot to work off of.
Oh
But
yeah, for sure.
the more you guys respond, the more we'll be able to address it, talk about it.
Yo, looking at that shirt, man, I really like that damn shirt. That dude do a good job.
You did a good job.
Hey, you guys might want to check him out, yo. That guy does a good
Got the
job.
little-
It's really simple, but it's real sleek. Like it's like it fits perfectly. Like that was one of the things I like. I'm a big dude, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I get clothes and shit, like I want to be comfortable, man. I don't want to be tight and then sometimes you get t-shirts and stuff like that and they'll have a weird cut. And you put it on, and like the shoulders will be too stocky. Like I got a really loose t-shirt on. I'll be kind of chilling when I'm here. I heard somebody say something about that too. Somebody said something about like,
chilling too much.
Brian B, man, when you get on, listen, bro, this ain't no stretched out.
Put on
This
your
a-
suit and
It's a
tie.
V-neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm home, as you can tell. I'm in my studio in my home, and it's like 90 something degrees outside. Our studio don't have the best air conditioner, but I'm doing this, I'm sweating it out because this is what I want, man. As the progression continues, we're gonna add stuff to the studio, and
He might eventually decide to, do a little extra.
Hey, listen, I'm definitely gonna try. We actually have a nice banner. Hey, Tiff, see if you can hold that up real quick a little bit.
So
You
I'm
wanna try?
definitely not doing that.
No, you don't want to do all that. All right. Well,
I
you know
just feel
what?
like I have to do a lot to get up, and
That's all right. You know what? Matter of fact, it'll just be a surprise. I actually got a present
it'll
for
be a
my.
surprise for the Thursday show
There
when
you
we'll
go.
actually have it up.
There you go. Yeah,
It's not up right now
Thursday.
because we were doing a lot of stuff. We
Yeah,
went to Six
it's been a
Flags
busy
yesterday.
week.
We were doing all this
Oh,
crazy stuff.
Six
So we didn't
Flags.
have a chance to put it up yet. But he got a wonderful birthday gift.
Yes, I
From
appreciate it. My mother,
yeah,
my
his
nieces.
mom, sister, and nieces.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. You know, if you guys are watching, thank you very much. I love the banner that you guys made for us. It's very official. We're gonna put it right in the back so you guys can see it every time we do an episode, and stuff like that, man. I mean, it feels good to be doing this, man. It's incredible.
And
It's
the support
incredible.
definitely
The
feels good.
support is incredible. But you definitely did just touch a topic, sensitive
I
topic.
don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it.
No.
Oh, well, all right. Well, let's see. I'm gonna let you have as much of it as you can because you're probably gonna give a better perspective. But all right, so Six Flags. Okay, as you guys know by now, or hopefully know, we're coming out of Georgia. You know, this podcast is being brought to you out of Georgia, and it's summertime, man. It's summertime, baby. It's hot. It's hot. One of the best things that you got in Six Flags where we are right now, close to the Atlanta area, is you got Six Flags over Georgia, man. And for people who don't know, there are things that you can get so you can continually go to Six Flags all year round without paying every single time you go there. And they're like season passes, and you got different memberships where you can go and spend the whole day and do whatever you want. You eat for free. I mean, you do a lot of stuff. And if you got kids, spending that little bit of money is great.
Just thinking about it, we went almost every weekend last summer, Saturday and Sunday,
Yep.
for the whole entire duration of the water parks being open at Six Flags.
Yep.
And even after that, we went just look around, ride the rides. So you really, if you do things like that and you have a big family, you really do save a lot by doing that. By getting the
Really?
membership, you pay a way smaller fee per month. You go as many times as you want.
Yeah, it's incredible. And one of the things about it is like for us, like it's hot and you love to swim. Wave pool, you got, the water slides, you got everything, the little activity park for the kids with the water all over the place. You go there and spend the whole day there and enjoy, you know what I mean? Even if you're not a season pass member, people have been to Six Flags, it's incredible. It's a great place. But, oh man, here we go. Let's get back to regular news. All right. So what's been the trending topic all 2020, man? COVID, man. COVI-MANIA. That's a WWE little term right there. You don't know about that. But this COVID shit, man. This coronavirus shit, man. Apparently, we stuck in this shit, man. We stuck in this shit, and it's changed a lot of things, man. And one of the things we just experienced this weekend was how much it's drastically changed the amusement parks and stuff, bro. Like, I've read some other things about like Universal and Disneyland and all that shit or whatever. Like, there's a lot of changes, and one of the things that we've experienced in Six Flags was, you couldn't do anything really without having to like wait in line. Even like swimming in the pool. Like if you've ever been, it's the big wave pool and stuff like that or whatever. And you literally have to wait in about 15, 20 minute intervals.
I mean, honestly, and I know like some people are gonna watch this and go, "Wow, you guys went to Six Flags? Like, you guys talk about coronavirus.
Yeah.
You talk about, everyone is worried about it. The cases are rising in various situations. We really did want to go swimming.
Yeah.
And we saw all the emails from Six Flags saying, "Hey, we're incorporating the COVID-19 guidelines, so it'll be safe, whatever." So we did check it out. We want to swim. We want to enjoy our summer. So
Yeah, for real.
we went and, tried it to see. And I will say they have done a great job of making sure that, people are safer. Everyone has to have masks. They have a little scanner as you walk through where they're checking your temperature. So, and when you go in, it's definitely not super crowded. You're not
Yeah,
always
that
bumping
was
into
awesome.
people. There were times when we were walking towards Hurricane Harbor, which is the water park in Six Flags here in Georgia, and there was no one even on the pathway.
Yeah, it was
A lot of
clear,
times.
clear.
And you're just looking around. It's like 1 p.m. When it's usually super busy, and you don't see a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, that was really a
They did a good job there.
that was really an eye opener. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just how crazy it is. Like, we're in the end of June. Like, this is Fourth of July, weekend. Fourth of July. That's like the freaking most popular day of summer. And to go to Six Flags the weekend before Fourth of July weekend and it's empty, like there was nobody there.
They do have a cap. So I know
Yeah,
part of it is because there's a cap. They want to make
reservations.
sure that yeah, you have to reserve beforehand. They want to make sure that they don't overpopulate their park and, make it possible so that people can stay 6 feet apart. And they did a good job there. I mean, I will say the lines were a lot shorter than they usually are. We didn't go on any of the roller coaster rides or anything like that. Our main focus was Hurricane Harbor.
Too
We
big
wanted
for
to
that
go
shit right
swimming.
now.
We wanted to go swimming. We wanted to enjoy the water. We have, for the past year, like last year, we had a great time.
Yeah.
And I'm an island girl and I love the water. I need the water.
Yeah, yo, but at the end of the day, it's like, no disrespect to Six Flags, man. They are trying their best. Like all these places are trying their best to bring some normalcy back into this freaking chaos that we got. You know what I mean? And you got a lot of judgmental people out there, but yo, I'll be honest, I don't give a shit what people think. Yo, listen, I'm tired of sitting in the fucking house, man. It's hot. I go outside slaving, 5, 6 days a week sometimes, and yo, I want to go enjoy myself, man. I don't want to put anybody in danger. Like we try to be safe, we wear masks and stuff like that or whatever. And sometimes maybe we do take a couple of risks here and there. Maybe we want to go check out a restaurant we haven't been into a long time or something like that. Whatever. Everybody doing what they can do, man. I ain't sitting in my house fucking, petrified, hiding under the bed. Like, I also don't want to be ignorant and be like, yo, ain't nothing going on. I'm definitely taking this shit seriously. But at the same time, man, it's like, how long you gonna sit in the house?
I mean, at this point, though, we did try it and we realized that we will probably not be going back
Yeah.
to Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor.
But be real. If that pool was open
Then we
and
would go.
we be there right now.
We'd be
All
go.
right.
The reason why we're not going, here's the reason why. Because when we went, Hurricane Harbor, usually it's a open pool area. It's an open wave pool area. You go in, and right beside Hurricane Harbor, I think they call it Calypso Bay. So that's the wave pool area. There's like a kiddie part that you can, the bucket of water drops on you. That was closed. So really the only thing in the water park was the wave pool and then a couple of water slides.
Couple of slides, yeah.
So we go there and the sitting area is so far away from the line to get into the pool. They only let a certain number of people in. And then you basically stand in line watching them
And I want to
swim.
watch people swim.
Then you could finally get in
Sweating.
after maybe 20 to 25. No, it can't be 25.
Nah,
20
it was like
20
yo,
minutes.
it was like 15, 20 minutes.
You get
tops.
in as soon as you adjust to the water, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. You hit like one or two waves, wave sessions, and then you're
Yeah.
like, okay, get out.
Yeah.
Next wave. So, I mean, by the time you get back in the pool after having to get out, go back in the line, we were dry.
Dry.
We were
Bone
dry. We were suffering in the heat, and we
Yeah.
were dry. And like he said, I mean, we understand they're doing the best that they can.
Yeah. No
But-
hate, no hate, man. No, I don't want to hear no stupid comments like what do you expect? Yo, listen, bro, I completely understand. I get exactly why everything's happening. I even will go a step further and say I completely get why people ain't going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm taking a risk a little bit by going and shit like that. But like I said, man, it's to the point where it's like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I'm not alone either, man. There's a lot of people that's gotta be like, yo, I'm tired of this shit.
They're going to close things down soon, though.
Yeah, I do believe that. That was one of
Texas
the
is
things.
closing. Florida's closed.
Matter of
The
fact,
cases are all
I was just looking at something I was just reading here, and apparently Arizona just closed too. Arizona just closed all their bars, all their Let me find a page, but yeah, a lot of stuff is resurging. And yeah,
And
Arizona is
shuts
just
bars, theaters, parks amid virus resurgence.
everything is starting to come back, man. And that's the scary thing, because we definitely have been in this, for what has it been, about 4 months now?
The whole year?
Damn near. But there's a lot of people that people lost their jobs. People have been stuck at home. People have, the kids didn't go to school. Down here in Georgia, kids go back to school in August.
Some of the places here are thinking about not opening. They had a case of coronavirus at the Fulton County area.
Oh, I didn't even know
School.
that. I didn't even
Your
hear
mom
anything
told
about
me before the show.
that. Wow.
She
Wow.
prepped me for the show. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate
But
it.
yeah, I mean, their Fulton County schools are not even sure if they're going to open at all, other than online.
Yo, wouldn't it be fucking bananas if, they shut everything back down? If they shut the whole country back down?
They're probably going to do that.
Yo, listen, they shut us down. It was on lockdown, supreme lockdown, for like a month and some change. And then they opened everything up and was like, all right, fuck it, we can't do this shit forever. And opening everything up, now we starting to see, holy shit, the cases are starting to rise again. The hospitals are starting to get packed again. And now states are saying, oh, nope, right back. Go sit down again. Go sit down. Don't move. Shit's not under control. Yo, listen.
Was that a gunshot?
Did you hear that?
Fireworks? Gunshot?
I definitely do not know what that was. I know it was close as hell. Hey, listen, we don't live in a horrible area, but
We actually live in a really good
good area. It's actually 4th of July too, so there's a lot of firework activity.
Not 4th of July yet.
Hopefully we
These
don't
people crazy.
hopefully we don't hear too much of that when we're recording. But it is what it is. That's life. People want to have fun, man. Like I said, see, they outside fucking blowing shit up. People tired of sitting in the house, man. But we might be going back. So everybody better just get they swimming in now. You better go check out Six Flags when you can and swim for about 15 minutes and then be hot for an hour.
Such a bad experience.
Yeah, it was, man.
I was let down a lot.
It's really unfortunate. This shit sucks, man. This shit sucks. It ain't nobody's fault. It ain't nobody's fault. That's what sucks the most about it. Ain't really nobody can blame. I mean, maybe something happened or whatever. You don't know. Whatever the case may be, there's really nobody you can really blame. This shit is just crazy. It's crazy. And the craziest thing that I still say to this day is, we have no idea when this shit is going to be over. We don't even know if it's going to be over. That's the fucking craziest part. You don't know if this is going to last. This can potentially, I don't know if people want to sit there and believe, but this can stay forever. Has anybody ever thought, has that wrapped around anybody's
It could be
brain?
like the flu. Just be around.
It could be like the flu. It could be
Coronavirus
worse.
isn't the only, virus of its type. I mean, it might be the only virus of its strain so far, but
Yeah. Apparently, coronavirus is the flu, is the cold, is that. The whole thing, those are all coronaviruses. The COVID-19 is a coronavirus, like the SARS. They call it SARS in China. That was a coronavirus. This is supposed to be SARS-2. So this is similar in that nature. But the thing that's crazy about this one is, I'm just giving history of shit that maybe people knew, maybe they didn't. It's just stuff that I've researched or whatever. But the craziest part about this virus, like people have said, is it's picky, man. It's a picky disease. Like,
I think it seems like it's picky. Because I think the issue is, especially with testing, a lot of people haven't been tested. Some random people who are just taking the test randomly, they're like, you know what, I'm just going to take it. They're finding out that they're positive. They never had any symptoms. So it seems like it's picky. I know that some of the bad cases for some people who don't have really, pronounced underlying issues, that's kind of like the places where people are like, wait, what's happening? It's targeting random people. But I think the actual thing is it's targeting a mass number of people.
Yeah,
People just
I
aren't
believe that.
tested, or they are getting sick and they're not thinking that it's coronavirus. Because I was looking at the website the other day and they're adding more symptoms to it.
Yeah,
They've
every
added
5 minutes.
diarrhea, they've
Every
added
5 minutes is
things like
something new.
so if you get the stomach flu, or if you get food poisoning and you have diarrhea or vomiting or whatever, those are now also symptoms of the coronavirus.
Yeah, you might as well just add everything. Just, if you
That's-
breathe, corona. You walking down the street, corona. Whatever you do, you got in your car yesterday, corona. Yo, listen, at the end of the day, whatever the case may be, the shit is here, man. And I don't know what the hell people waiting for. Like, what do you think everybody's gonna wait for? Like, yo, is there gonna be a vaccine? Is there gonna be a vaccine? Probably.
It takes time for that.
Probably eventually, yeah, there's probably eventually be a vaccine, but then you gotta start worrying, just like the flu, just like other shit. There could be a vaccination or whatever, but then there's different strains, man. Then the shit comes back stronger, then the shit comes back this. And the good thing about, vaccinations and stuff like that, besides like, their side effects, are most of the time it does take care of most of the strains. Like with the flu, like the flu vaccine takes care of a lot of strains of the flu, not just like, the mutation or whatever it goes through every year when it comes back in around a couple times. But the flu kills, thousands of people too, man. It's just one more thing to worry about. And because this is so new and because there isn't anything that's like that we can use to build immunity or protection or whatever right now, like we have to live in this world of suck where, can't really do too much. Like Tiff said, it definitely is a thing where it's like, a lot of people get it. A lot of people get it. You don't even know you have it. And then there's just certain things that you could.
That's definitely fireworks.
You hear that was fireworks, yeah. I thought that was a chair for a second, and I'm like, wait a second, that's like, yeah, that's a damn crystal at the end of it. But there's a lot of things that you can get, and I mean they're adding to that list every damn day. I mean, you go to the doctor, or you stay home from work, and you got like an upset stomach, or you got a fever, you got a headache, you got a cough, you got a runny nose, whatever, and then you find out, oh shit, I got COVID. Oh shit, I got the COVI. COVI-MANIA. I got COVI-MANIA, son.
Oh,
I got fucking COVID fever. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you have a 1,000 symptoms and everything relates back to the damn COVID, like, you're going to be running to the doctor for 5 minutes. As soon as you wipe your ass wrong, you're going to be trying to get needles stuck up your damn nose so they can, tell you 3 days later you dying and shit. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't fucking know, man. It's going to be something we're going to just deal with until we don't got to deal with. I mean, but our biggest point, I guess, is Six Flags sucks. Don't go nowhere. Nah, I'm just bullshitting. But it definitely ain't as fun as it was, man.
You're like, I'm just kidding, except no.
Except, having to wait in line for the pool. Had to wait in line for the pool. Splash, splash, splash. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. Go back in line. You got to run back around. Remember when you was a kid? He was a kid. Get on a little seesaw and shit in the line for the seesaw. And you got to run back around and you get done with your little 3 minutes of fun or whatever. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
But hey, if you like that kind of thing, then go.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Nah, not for me.
I need dedicated time to spend.
I'm too impatient. Yeah, I'm too impatient. I can't sit around and just.
I'm the patient, understanding one between the two of us, and so if I can't take it,
Yeah, she ain't lying. But that's the one thing about this stuff, man. I ain't trying to bring nobody down, but yeah, man, we really don't understand where we gonna be at with this COVID-19 shit, man. We don't know. We don't have. Nobody has any answers, man. It's just a lot to consider and think about, and hopefully people are getting past the stressed out pattern. Hopefully people are using this time wisely to make changes in their life. Or I see a lot of people working out. I see a lot of people doing different business ideas, and that's the way to go, man. Keep your mind busy. Take this time to reconnect with people. Take this time to learn more about your relationship, your kids. Like, I heard a lot of stories about people using like things like, having game nights and movie nights and, cooking dinners together. And, it's important to do stuff like that. Believe it or not, that's like kind of a hidden little blessing that you got because, a lot of times life is a rat race, man, and everybody's doing their little common patterns, man, and little routines. You hear me say that shit every episode almost, because that's like the adjustment you fall into. When you trying to do the hustle and bustle, you literally are just running. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to make money. You got to pay the bills. You got to pay the rent. You got to get food. But you forget that you could take time out to, play that little video game with your son. It might be stupid, but you over there sitting with him, and he don't forget shit like that. Take your daughter, like, take a little tea party with your daughter, you know what I'm saying? Let her put the little barrettes and bows in your hair. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that matters, man. You building characters and stuff with your kids, man. Damn, this thing just fell in my face. But you building stories, you building memories, man, and this kind of put the brakes on everybody's ass and say, yo, fall back a little bit. Don't worry about all that crazy shit you think you got to worry about. I'm here to make you realize. I'm COVI. I'm COVI-MANIA. I'm here to help you realize everything ain't just hustle and bustle. You better, enjoy being alive. You know, see you on that respirator. Some crazy shit, man. But let's see what we got in the news, man. This has become like a little regular thing that we do here on the Beeline now, man. We kind of look through like the daily topics. Like there's a couple of things that I usually read throughout the day, and then I might want to talk about on the show, so I kind of hold off. But a lot of times I get on here and I just kind of scroll through the news. I don't have a lot of time during the day to do that, so I kind of look for the the most interesting stories that I can find while I'm on the air. Oh, we got something about Cardi B. Let's see what's up with Cardi B. I ain't heard from her. Cardi B was like one of the number one topics on a lot of people for a long time, man. You all you heard about was Cardi B.
I don't think anyone's paying attention to celebrities like they were, though. I mean,
so.
the biggest thing right now is COVID, and there's definitely stuff going on with the celebrities. But if it's not about celebrities supporting, the Black Lives Matter movement, or celebrities on their take of coronavirus, or they're infected, or now they're pregnant, or how are they dealing with it? Like, I mean, I personally haven't seen a lot of that kind of stuff either. I mean, I don't even hear people talking about it that much.
That's true.
It's so small on the scale of actual things happening.
Yeah. A lot of times people were using, things like that, like especially the media, to kind of deter you away from like the real events that is going on and everything. But now I think things are just on such a drastic level that you can't even ignore what the hell is going on at all. I really don't like there's too much going on in the news, at least what the hell I'm looking at. Like we were saying, here's something interesting. Okay, so WHO, the World Health Organization. Okay, I was like, I don't know who the hell it is. Literally, like the acronyms, like you just know who.
We've been hearing about them all 2020, especially with the coronavirus.
The World Health Organization said politicians and regular people alike could be doing a lot more to stop the spread of this shit.
That's
now
obvious.
they blaming us. Yo, listen, bro.
That's obvious. Though. Have you seen the videos? Have you seen the videos where, in places where they have mandatory masks, you have to wear in different states and different places, where the stores are like, please use a mask. It's mandatory to shop here. And then you have that one person that's not wearing a mask, and everyone's like, can you please wear a mask? And they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they just take their groceries. I'm like,
losing their shit.
Oh yeah. Can't believe you would say that.
Yeah, like you just called them a nigga or something.
They're just throwing things.
Yo.
They're destroying things and then walking out.
That's people's silliness, bro. Like people literally people making shit up, yo. There's enough in the world right now to be pissed. There's enough to be pissed at. But you gonna get fucking irate because somebody said, yo, please put this mask on to protect your damn self and everybody else around you, and you want to start flipping out like you fucking fool? Bro, listen. Wear a mask, yo. I'm saying that shit and I don't wear a mask, but
if you're going to a place that has mandatory mask, like basically follow the rules of wherever you're going.
Yo, how hard is it?
You already know if you're gonna need one or not because it's online for that store.
Yes.
It's on their friggin' doors. It's the people outside tell you. In order to get in, you probably wore a mask to get in, and then you just took it off.
But wear a mask, man. If they require you to wear a mask, look at it this way, man.
If you want to go there, do what they ask you to do.
But look at it this way. Look at it this way. If you understand, bro, like we're in a fucking pandemic. Yo, we're in a situation right now. Your little personal feelings and stuff like that, yo, they being outweighed at this point. If this is the severity of the situation, sometimes you just gotta be accepting. And understand everything don't revolve around your goddamn world, man.
And if you don't want to follow those rules, then just don't go. They have Instacart now. They have DoorDash, Grubhub, all of these places that could just bring you whatever you need.
But
you don't have to go and make a statement and scene. And
take your ass outside your house and put a fucking mask on.
Don't listen to him. He don't wear a mask. He don't go anywhere with a mask on.
But listen.
But
I have been in a couple situations where I've been in the store and I was in the little Orchard Farms place or whatever, and they was like, "Excuse me, sir," very polite. I'm pretty sure nobody like, "Yo, hey, yo, get out.
Some of the customers were. They were like,
What?
"What the heck are you doing? Put your mask on."
Listen, I don't know.
It happens.
I might have to flip some shit on that occasion too. You telling me, well, you don't even work here.
I am very
You
much
work here,
like that.
dude.
Where like, if you're gonna get in my face and start yelling at me about
Hey,
it,
listen.
I'm gonna do the exact opposite
Yeah,
of what you
I'm gonna
want me
take
to
a
do.
shit on this floor
Just
right
to
here.
prove that you're not my real dad.
Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, my point is, listen, bro. As a people, like we gotta understand, we in some crazy times. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might not agree with certain things. I'm joking around with the I don't wear a mask. I'm definitely serious about it, but I'm joking around as far as like, if I had to wear a mask, bro, I'm putting a mask on. Like I should be wearing. That's one of
I
the
just
things.
wouldn't go.
That's one of the things that my family was, talking to me about recently. That I've been talking to a lot of people. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but they were kind of getting on me like, you gotta be safe, man. And they're absolutely right, bro. I got kids. It's not about you all the time. It ain't about you all the time. A lot of times it's not. You know what I'm saying? People in certain situations that are by themselves, like it's easier for them to make, brass decisions and like, oh, I don't feel like doing that. I ain't doing it. But if you coming home, you taking care of people and you got people counting on you and shit like that or whatever, you can't just sit there and just always be like, oh, me, 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 me. You got to do things that you might not want to do for, other people. And I need to start taking my own advice because
Or
that's how I
just
feel.
don't go. You don't have to go.
Yeah.
If you know you're just not going to want to wear a mask for whatever reason, even if it's like, okay, I can't breathe well in them, I don't like that rule,
No.
there's plenty of other ways to get it done.
Yeah, that's true.
Have someone else go for you. If you don't want to do Instacart or you don't want to do DoorDash, Grubhub, ask your friend to go if your friend's cool with it. Get your trusty buddy.
Do something. Stop bitching. Stop bitching, man. Got enough going on. Everybody bitching in stores. Wear a mask. A mask. Like you just asked them to take fucking heroin or something. But anywho, like I was saying, man, one of the things about this coronavirus thing, man, it definitely brought a lot of realization for me for one. But a lot of people, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of people doing a lot of different things. And one of the biggest things that I've been doing recently, man, is reaching out to people that I haven't talked to in a while, yo. And I cannot describe how good it feels to hear from someone that you might have not talked to for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. It feels amazing. It feels amazing to know that, like, remember, your phone still works. You know what I mean? You get so adapted to this new life of social media, and you sitting there looking at people and watching what they're doing. And like I explained this, a little bit on I think another episode we had. But social media has opened up the door that you always know people are okay or not okay. People had kids. People were on vacation. People got a job. People ain't struggling. People married. Like all this stuff about people, so you don't really feel the need as much to contact them, and re-involve yourself in their life, see what's going on for real, behind the good pictures and shit like that or whatever. And that's one thing. They go to cops. They go to cops. And people having too much fun out there, you better stay your ass in the house. Somebody ain't wear a mask, and now somebody getting fucking. But listen, one of the things that I've been doing, I've been reaching out to a lot of people that I've grown up with, man, and I've talked to like one of my old neighbors I talked to. One of my best friends, honestly, man. We grew up together. We did a lot of things as kids. We kind of grew apart as we got older. But I mean, I talked to him and found out a lot of interesting stuff about his life, and it's very, very eye opening, bro. Like you notice doing things like that. Like you see the social media shit, and you think that that's what they live in, and then you realize, like, wait a minute, they got shit just like I got shit. Everybody posts the fun shit on social media, man. Unless you a weirdo or something like that, begging for attention. But everybody notices the fun shit, man. Everybody notices the vacations and the family pictures and stuff. But when you talk to your family members that you haven't talked to in 8 years or 10 years, whatever, and you realize, oh shit, you went through that. That happened to you. That happened to me. And now y'all relating to each other, and you're like, damn, how the fuck did we not talk? Like, I didn't have one of my best friend's phone numbers in my phone for like 10 years, yo. 10 years. I got 3 kids. We grew up doing everything together. And then it's just like, change.
Baby, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, go, babe. Take it easy. You'll be back. Yeah, you tired. You're tired today. Yeah. One thing we are both learning about doing the podcast, man, with a job and 3 kids, and, you got to fit time in. And time's not always the easiest thing to do. But when you want it, you work for it, right? But, talking to my family and, discovering a lot of new things, in my journey, in my new journey, or whatever, even just having them on the podcast is going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun. You'll learn a lot more about me, and, maybe it may inspire some people to, reach out to their loved ones that they're just watching on social media. Like, oh, I know, I know Uncle Dan is alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does he really need? Uncle Dan needs the phone call, bro. Like, it feels good, yo. It feels good to see that phone number that light up, and then you sitting there and you looking and you like, oh shit, I haven't, or who's this person? Who's that person? Who are these people that I haven't talked to in 10 years? These people out there going crazy with fireworks, interrupting my show a little bit, but hey, what you gonna do? But it feels really good to sit there and get back in contact. And one of the things that I've been doing is reaching out to family, man. And things like this happen, and you remember just why family is so important, man. These are the people that you've been around and that have your DNA, and that a lot of times have grown up with you and took care of you or experienced things with you. You know what I mean? Like, and it's really important. It's easy to forget those things. It's easy to sit there and sit back and be like, oh, everything I do is, just what I have to worry about right now and everything or whatever. But you got there somehow. And 9 times out of 10, it was because it was, the people that were around you. And a lot of times that's family. And one thing me and one of my cousins was talking about was just like the difference and the importance of that name base. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of times, man, where you can grow up with whether it be your brother and sister, whether it be your cousin, whether it be your mother and father. There's a lot of times where like that relationship that people feel is so established ain't that way for a lot of people, man. Ain't that way for a lot of people. There's a lot of times where people are sitting here and they're going through life and they don't have those two role models or whatever, or like whether it be your mother and father, and and they're just not good at their job, man. They're not good. Instead of protecting their young, they're putting them in danger. They're doing the crazy things, ignoring them. You know what I'm saying? Like doing shit that normal, loving, caring parents who have procreated and came together to raise this child into a healthy, normal human being that wants to do something with themselves so they can have their own child and keep the train rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times there are a lot of people who don't have that structure, man. And it's really sad. It's really sad, yo. You think of family and you think like, oh, family is always going to be there for each other and this and that. But you got to understand, one thing that we're learning through like, all of this mental health and, even social media, like not everybody comes from a strong foundation, man. There's a lot of people coming from broken shit. You know what I mean? Whether it be like, fathers that is abusing their daughters and beating their kids and drug use and man, listen, I mean, you hear the stories, bro. I can't be the only one who hears all this crazy shit. Like you hear the stories, man, and then you start to realize, like all of the cliche, kind of conversations that people always have, and they're like, oh, your family is this and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It sounds good. It sounds good because it's how it's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, a lot of times, a lot of people don't have that structure, man. Even if you do have a brother or a sister or whatever, sometimes it's not easy for that connection to be as clear as most people want to try to make it seem it is. You can have a brother or a sister and, they do some crazy shit or steal from you or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want the people to sit there and be like, oh, that's all my sisters. Oh, I gotta give them a chance. Or what about like the crazy situation with the sisters and, one of the sisters will sleep with the sister's husband. And, I mean, listen, if you can do some grimy shit like that, I don't care if that's your sister, your mother, your cousin, your friend. If you can do some grimy shit like that, why the fuck should I just come back at you like, oh, you're my sister, I just have to accept it? Yeah, you my sister, but I don't have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? I can have a best friend. I can have a best friend that would never do that shit to me. They not blood. They not blood, but they would never do that shit to me. But you my sister, so just because of that, I have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? I have to accept the fact that you're my sister. But as the person you are, you ain't shit. And that does suck to have a realization, but I'm just trying to be like I said, unfiltered, man. I'm just trying to get my thought out there because it's definitely one of the things that make me notice, like a lot of times people just be living for, the phrases. People just be living for the catchphrases. Oh, your mother's all you got. Some people don't got their mother. Some people don't got their father. A lot of people don't have their father, man, unfortunately. Especially like, I'm not gonna even say especially in the black community because I don't want to, make a statement like that that's strong and without like proper facts or anything. But I'm saying like it's talked about a lot in the black community, man. It's really sad. It's one of the things that made me want to step up and be a father as much as I did, because I always wanted my son to know how much he was loved and where he came from and that he was protected. For me, one of the biggest things for me is I love my kids, wholeheartedly, and I want to always make sure that they're taken care of, that they're fed. You know what I'm saying? That they're in bed safe. But protection, man. I want my kids to always feel protection from their father. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to be able to sit there and be like, yo, ain't shit gonna happen to me. Daddy's here. That's how it's supposed to be. And you got the pieces of shit fathers that's over there doing, bad things to their kids or beating them crazy and talking to them. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do with my kids, like I do, I'm very firm with my kids, yo. I'm very firm with my kids. I don't like to sugarcoat. You got a lot of people out there that'll talk to their kids like, oh yeah, tell them silly shit, man. I was in the house one time doing the cable. I was installing somebody's cable, man, and I think the mom had said something, and their son was around, and they was dressed, they was spliffy, bro. They had the little suit and tie. I think the son and the father had like a matching like vest and tie outfit, bro. There was African American black couple. And they was just like real fake, yo. I ain't gonna lie, no bullshit. They was real fake. They was real like, like they was just trying to be that imagery. Oh yeah, we're the perfect. No, never do that. No. Tis. But they was talking and somebody had said something. I think somebody said like, oh, that damn thing. And yo, listen, I can't remember if it was the father or I think it was the father. But you would have thought he just like damn somebody to hell, man. The mother reacted so hard to that, like, oh, excuse me, I can't believe that manner you're using. I was like, where the fuck am I right now? I was like, Jesus. Like, yo, listen, I understand, like, it's one of the things, like, you want to keep your kids secure and pure and this and that, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. But at the same time, man, be realistic. So I got a freaking mosquito bites kicking my ass right now. But be realistic, yo. Be realistic. Like I don't want to be like that with my kids. I want my kids to understand that there are, different things. Now I'm not saying go to your kids like, yo, what the fuck, son, what's good, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I am saying like, talk to your kid like they understand some shit. Talk to your kid like like when they go out in the street, they gonna hear that, especially when they get older. They gonna hear them little young kids sitting there saying all that shit that they say and talking crazy and reckless. You want your kids to be standing out there looking, unable to sit there and take that, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's like it's for me it's like a strength thing, bro. Like you don't want your kid to go out into the world, unsure, uneasy. Like it's already happening. So your job as a parent is to kind of prepare them for that kind of life, man. You want to sit there and show them like, yeah, there is this part of the world, but there's also this part of the world, man. You kind of got to be careful. You got to pay attention. You got to know what you're doing. That's why you hear me preach, man. I am an advocate for, focusing, being real, and paying attention. Yo, focus. The reason why you got to focus is because what you're doing, you got to be in the moment. You got to be there. You have to be on the roll to do what you got to do. You have to pay attention so you can make sure you do it right and correctly. And be real, man. If you don't do it right and correctly, no, you didn't do it right and correctly. Don't lie to yourself. If you didn't win that baseball game, you didn't win that baseball game. Don't lie to yourself. I didn't win, but I still got a trophy. I didn't win, but my team still shook hands and blah, blah, blah. It feels good to see that. It feels good. It sounds good. It looks good. But at the end of the day, man, you want to have some realism with your kids. At least I do. I do. I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure there's other people out there. You want to have realism with your kids. You want your kids to understand that, yo, just because, you know what I'm saying, you do a certain thing or you lost a game, it don't make you a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loses sometimes. Understanding what comes with losing. What comes with losing is you learn, you build, you get stronger, you grow. You know what I mean? It's motivation to do better. If you just take, oh, I lost the baseball game the last time, and you hang your head low, and then you learn nothing. Oh, you lost, but don't worry, you still get a trophy, you still get all the rewards as the winner. What kind of crazy shit is that, bro? Like, you understand? Like, listen to how that sounds. Like, yo, you lost, but don't worry. We're going to do everything that you get as the winner. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, don't take him out for pizza and ice cream afterwards. Like, yo, you played a good game. But I'm saying, don't try to act like he won. Now you being fake. You being fake, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I mean, this shit is unreal. You know, I understand you want to keep their little spirits high and this and that, but are you keeping their spirits high? Or you just bullshitting? You bullshitting a little bit, man. Honestly, that's how I feel. That's honestly how I feel. You know, it's important. It's important to build character in your family, yo. That's where everything starts. As the baby, you grow up, you got good parents, they're taking care of you, they're making sure you're safe, they're making sure you're protected. In the wild, they're trying to make sure that their young is safe and protected because they don't want the animals to come scooping in and eat them up. So, you know, you formulate your plan on how you can keep your young protected so you can keep the species moving. And that's how we trying to do, man. It's the same kind of mentality. But there's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot that people don't really, you know, pay attention to. The trying to shelter, you know, kids at that, trying to shelter. You know what I mean? You don't want kids to ever experience anything real. You don't want kids ever to experience anything scary. Like, yo, shit's scary sometimes, man. There's difference. There's difference. There's difference from just, oh, everything is, you know, peaches and ice cream and marshmallow clouds to you realizing, like, oh, shit. You know, what the hell is this kid over here cursing up a storm and saying all this stuff or whatever? I never heard that in my life. What is that? I'm scared of that. I don't know that. I can't relate to that. You know what I mean? And now they kind of awkward in school. Oh, look at this kid doing this. Kind of a little awkward because you've taught them a way of life that really isn't existing. You know, how many times you gonna go to school and just hear every kid be on some, oh yeah, everything has peaches and yeah, nothing. Like, bro, 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of kids that's hearing shit they shouldn't be hearing. Now, I'm not saying go and, you know, tell your kids, you know, the birds and the bees at 8 years old. But I am saying that it is a good idea to maybe introduce them to a little bit of realism in their little fake, you know, reality that they got, you know, going on with them right now. And that's what I try to do to my kids, man. I try to introduce my kids. I definitely am a firm believer in, you know, explaining to your kids. Of course, you got the stranger conversation, and you got, like, you know, I go a little deeper, man. I tell my kids just exactly what can happen a lot of times. Like, you know, if you're ever walking in by yourself in the stores and, you know, you're not paying attention, you want to run away from mommy and daddy, you want to go look at the toys by yourself. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Yo, like I said in the last episode, man, don't leave your kids just anywhere, man. It's literally people out there scouting, bro. And that's the scariest part of it. Ooh, man, nose is bothering me. People are scouting. People are ready to sit here and take action on your kids. I think I.T.Tiff, man, I think she called it a night tonight. It's kind of a late night over here. We got a busy weekend and everything, but yo, family is really important, yo. And one of the things, like I said, going through and talking to all my cousins and the people that I grew up with, learning a lot about myself and stories and things that I don't even remember. like hearing all this different shit that I used to do and things that I used to say and um, different mentalities from the people who knew me. Like, yo, it's crazy to know that every bit of that, progressed me to the person that I am now. And I say that with pride, man. I say that with pride, even though, like, I might not be everywhere where I want to be. I may not be doing everything that I want to do, but I mean, I know where I am now. I'm happy. I'm happy who I am. I'm happy who I became. Like, I want to, lose a little weight and still like, do a little maintenance and shit. But I mean, it's a really good feeling to sit there and know that, like, everything that's happened happened for a reason. It happened with dialogue. It happened with, character traits that was gained along the way, man. And now I got a lot of new things opening up, and a lot of people coming back in my life that I want in my life, man. A lot of hands being reached out, like, yo, check this out. We want to talk. We want to get to know this. I did a really, really good interview last night with, 5 members of my family, man, and it was amazing. We talked about so much stuff, had some drinks, and it was so overdue, man. It was so overdue. A lot of times you get into, your own life, and people don't really get to see each other anymore, and they're raising kids, and you're raising kids, and you're going to work, and they're going to work. And the only kind of, connection you have is when somebody passes away, and then you guys all meet, and you're like, oh, damn, I ain't seen you and the kids since they were, in your arms and in the cradle and all of that or whatever. But then you sit there and you're like, damn, I really wish that there was something I can do where we can just, get together and do this. And then you say that, and you mean it. You mean it, but then you go right back to your old adjustment. Life starts happening again, and you start going back and forth, and everything that you wanted to do isn't done now because now you're back in your pattern, bro, and it's harder until somebody else passes or something like that, or somebody gets married. It don't always got to be like the dramatics, but somebody gets married, and then you sitting there going to the wedding. You're like, oh damn, I haven't seen you since blah blah blah, and now we should do this and blah blah blah. Yo, I'm definitely at the point where it's like I'm ready to start making shit happen, man. I want to do stuff. I want to go back and bring that name of family back, man. I want the family reunions with the cookouts and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss stuff like that. It's important. I want my kids to experience stuff like that. Stuff like that is important, man. And I'm fortunate enough to have a good family and I have that foundation where we have that. It exists. And it feels really bad for the people who don't, man. For the people who don't, they're forced to find that, whether it be like the gangs. You got a lot of kids that come from broken homes, and like they're forced to go out into the street to kind of find just a connection. Just a connection. Sometimes you want people will be like, oh, find love and all that shit or whatever. Yo, a lot of times you in a gang, man, you ain't fucking finding love, bro. I don't know these people telling these damn reporters that do these goofy ass stories. You in the gang, you ain't finding love, bro. You finding a connection. You finding a connection to somebody that's similar to you. You finding backup. You finding people that's gonna be, with you through whatever you going through. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's the reason why people go to that kind of life, man. Because people want that kind of caliber. You want somebody there with you. It's not always about love, man. Love is a strong feeling. Love your moms. You love your babies. You love your damn, even your pets, the things you care for. You can love your job. You can love your goals. You can love your future. You can love your career. You can love, you can love your car. For real. You love the shit that you care for, man. But it's important, man. So I guess, with this web show podcast, whatever y'all want to call it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad you're watching. But I guess one of the things I want you guys to take away from this, this episode here is, reach out, man. Reach out. It feels good to sit here and call somebody and talk to somebody and see how they're doing. And I guarantee you call somebody, find one person that you haven't talked to in a while, and it could be a friend, it could be a coworker. Somebody you used to work with and have a lot of fun with and stuff like that, and you get a new job and never talk to them really again. And you just see him on Facebook one day, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna send Tisha a message. And you send Tisha a message, and Tisha's like, "Oh wow, how you been?" and blah blah blah. And she lets you know some crazy shit. Oh wow, this is what I did. Nah. She owned a corporation, and all of a sudden now it's like, you own a corporation? What happened? What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Hit the lottery. You never know, man. You finding out new stuff about people, and you just thinking that you watching their life pass by because you got social media. Social media is a great thing, man. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying we don't wanna abuse it to like, well, I have it, so I don't need to be humane anymore. I don't need to contact people. I don't need to talk anymore. I just have it. I see how they doing. Nah, man, reach out, man. Reach out and see where it gets you. It feels good. It feels good. Yo, anyway, but like I said, man, we're gonna try to start cutting these down a little bit, man. Just hearing back some of the feedback and everything like that, or whatever. We're not gonna intentionally do them. If I got something to say, I got something to say. But as you guys can see, I'm kind of worn out, man. It's been a lot of stuff going on. 4th of July. I'm working a little harder. It's super hot, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. It don't matter. One thing I will talk about real quick is the QOD. QOD. One of the QODs this week, man, was really exciting, yo. And it was I was asking people the craziest first date they ever had, and I got some pretty interesting stories, yo. I got somebody said that one of their first dates started eating with their hands. And I was asking, like, yo, were they eating with their hands? Like, what were they eating? Sloppy food, like spaghetti or something like that or whatever? I think she said it was like sizzling chicken, hibachi or something like that. And like that's crazy in itself. But at the end of the day, like, crazy stories. Like, okay, so I guess I can just share a little bit. I'll try to incorporate my story, in that, so you guys can have a little piece of Brian B. But I know one of the craziest stories I ever had was I took this girl out one time. Let me make sure I'm remembering everything right. I took this girl out one time, and we were supposed to go somewhere. And she came in the house, and she was wearing like a white big coat or whatever. And as I was telling my roommate, I was like, yeah, we about to go out, blah blah blah, do this, whatever. She was sitting in my room, and the lights were off. So I was just telling him, like, yeah, we're going out, telling him I was going to be back later, whatever, locking the door. So I came back in my room, and nobody was there. So I'm looking around. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I knew she was just in here. So I'm looking in my room, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, I didn't hear the door open. So I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, where the hell did she go? So I come back out. I'm like, yo, did you see, a girl? Did she go somewhere? He's like, nah. He's like, check the bathroom. I was like, nah, yeah, there's nobody in the bathroom. The bathroom door is wide open. And my house wasn't that big, man. It was like two-bedroom apartment. It was a small place. Like me and my roommate just, small place, all we can afford. And so I went back in my room, and the lights are off, so I turned the lights on. And I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, did she leave? Like I'm sitting there, I'm saying to myself in my head, she left. She ain't even here. I'm sitting here, and I'm fully dressed, ready to go out. And I'm sitting here, and I turned around to do something. I don't know if I was going to get my phone, or I was trying to figure out. I don't know if I was kind of just like, damn, this fucking girl just left me. Like, it's crazy. And I turned around, and I went to close the door or whatever, because I was about to just like, I don't know if I was going to call it a night, but I closed the door, and as soon as I closed the door, she was standing in the corner, facing the corner. Do you guys understand what I'm telling you right now? She was standing in the coat, the white coat, big bubble coat, long trench coat, in the corner, facing the corner. When I tell you, I almost lost my shit and jumped out of my own body. I was fucking petrified. I have no idea to this day what made this girl do that shit, but it was horrifying. I was standing there and I'm looking at her and she's sitting there, I think she just like kind of smiled and was like, ha, whatever, like got you or whatever. But when I tell you I was scared as hell, I'll tell you right now, if I would have found her and the lights was off, I probably would have hit her. I ain't no advocate for no woman violence, never in my life. I got too many girls for that. But listen, I probably would have reacted like, what the hell? Because, that's how I felt. I mean, I was shitting bricks. she was just standing there, and like if she was standing there and like and I saw her face and then she was like hiding like or whatever, it would have been a little less creepy. But the fact she was facing the wall, yo, listen, I don't even. I think we did. I think we still went out after that. We still went somewhere. But it was like it would have been too awkward, man. I want that fucking girl coming back. Now I'm fucking checking under my bed every time I'm going to sleep and in the closet and shit. Yo, but it was mad creepy, bro. Like it's some crazy people out there, man. I don't think I didn't talk to her after that. After that shit, after that it was over. But that was definitely one of the craziest things I can remember, man. There's a couple more, but that was probably the craziest shit I've experienced. But that's why I like the QOD. Like even that, like bringing up old memories like that or whatever. I definitely I incorporated one that I kind of liked. I think a lot of people liked it because a lot of people answered it, but it was like a simple one. I didn't think it was gonna get as much attention. But what's your favorite pizza topping? That seems like some shit you should get in like a little survey or something like that or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, you kind of find out about people, bro. And I think what it was exactly was like, what's your favorite pizza topping? What's the best pizza topping? And what's the worst pizza topping? And I found out a lot of people don't like pineapples. Pineapples and anchovies was like one of the ones where everybody was saying was the worst. And people were saying, people are fucking plain, bro. Like cheese, cheese is always on a pizza. You ain't gonna get no cheeseless pizzas. So that's like not even a topping. That's just like there. That's why that shit called plain. You don't got nothing on it. You just got the regular shit. But for me, definitely pepperoni, sausage. I like fucking you get you a nice piece, a nice big piece. I'm from Jersey, so I like the nice big fat slices of pizza. If you ever been to Seaside Heights, ooh, Jersey Shore, what, Three Brothers, man, you go get you a nice fat ass slice of pizza, bro. You fold that motherfucker, it'd be a big ass manila envelopes, bro. Shit be like that long, yo. Get on your plate, kill that shit. You got some pepperoni, you got some sausage and peppers, woo, what? A little red pepper flakes, a little Parmesan cheese. That's what I'm talking about. Now you talking about the worst. Oh man, I fuck with the pineapple, bro. Like my girl, she from Hawaii, man. She Japanese. Tiff is I.T.Tiff is black and Japanese, and she put me on the pineapple, man. Pineapple and beef. I'm telling you right now, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Something about that little sweet with that little meat. Shit feel alright, bro. No homo. Don't come with me on no crazy shit. But that was a good question, yo. I wasn't expecting that question to launch like that. Sometimes it don't gotta be all crazy. Like sometimes it's just simple. What I'm thinking about? Yo, I'll put it out here on the video. Let's see how many people respond. Let me see what I can see in the comments. Let's start trying that. Let me see in the comments. If you watch this whole video to the end, there we go. You watch this whole video to the end. Let me know how you feel about a QOD, on air QOD. McDonald's or Burger King? Simple. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? McDonald's or Burger King? Let's see what we get. I don't know if we can get anything, but let's see what we get. But until next time, we're gonna hang this up. Oh, I do have one more announcement I want to let you guys know. I have found out when I'm going to start the 10-10s, 10-10, 10-10. When I'm going to start the 10-10 system, I'm going to do a straight 30 days, and I am going to start that on the 1st of July. So July 1st, I'm going to make the first official video, and I'm going to find out what 10 exercises I'm doing. I will post exercises. I will post a video. I will not post my big ass doing it all crazy. I will edit it out until I feel comfortable with doing it. I'll be real with you. But I want to do it. I want some motivation, and please feel free to join in. If you guys want to do the same exercises I do, that's fine. I used to be, I've always been a big dude, but I used to be way more athletic. I used to, box. I used to do a lot of stuff. Even in my gym down here, I have a gym right behind the studio, and I have a whole boxing set up. I got heavy bag, speed bag, double end bag. I used to do all of that shit, but married life and kitty life kind of just got real comfortable, but yeah, the 10-10s is definitely coming July 1st, man. Let's see if we can drop some pounds. Let's see if we can get the sexy back and do that. But for sure, man, join me in the party. QOD. If you guys reach the end of this video, drop down in the comments. Burger King or McDonald's. Feel free to, describe. Feel free to explain what you like about either one. Feel free to say if you don't like either. You know, whatever the case may be, but that's the QOD for the on air. I'm gonna try to do one of those every time. Me and Tiff are also thinking about maybe doing a couple of things where we put out a couple shorter videos and kind of just talk about one topic, one specific topic, and it kind of gives people a little bit more, you know, maybe a little bit more freedom to be like, yeah, I want to hear what they got to say, but I don't want to listen to the whole video or whatever the case may be. So, you know, we're also doing that. We got that. A lot of stuff coming up, man. A lot of stuff coming up. We do have some guests, like I keep saying. There's definitely people that are going to be coming on the show. I thought someone was going to be here today, actually, but you know, life happens and everything don't always work out. But we probably will be doing a lot of video interviews. We'll be using Zoom to talk to a lot of people. I did the one with my cousins last night, but technical difficulties, still learning a little bit over here. But as you know, this is what we call the Beeline people, and I am your boy, Brian B., who is saying, one more time, episode 3, focus, baby, pay attention, and stay real.